Today marks exactly a year since the disappearance of Joshlin Smith. The community of Diaville is set to hold a prayer session in her remembrance. Joshlin went missing from her Middelpos home on this day last year. She was just 6 years old. 3 people, including her mother, have been charged with her disappearance. And Newzroom Afrika's Nasiphi joins us now for more. Nasiphi, good morning. It's a really sad occasion, and still the hunt for Joshlin continues. We know the court proceedings are continuing as well. But today marks a series of memorials in her honor. Tell us what's happening, what's being said where you are.
Well, Iman, what I can say is that the atmosphere is quite somber. Behind us is the Patriotic Alliance holding the first prayer service for the day, marking a year since the mysterious disappearance of 6-year-old Joshlin Smith from her Middelpos home just right next to us. And the party has decided to hold that prayer service here. We saw a number of people emotional, as we do know that following the community hearing about her disappearance, many rallied on this particular day on the 19th of February 2024, coming together as the community in search for the missing girl, hoping that they would find her. However, a year later, we are here outside her home, where communities from far and wide, from Saldanha Bay, are commemorating that disappearance, or marking the day and remembering her, as we do know that police are still continuing with the investigations. As you put it, the matter is currently before the High Court, the Cape Town High Court, pre-trial conference just on the 31st of January. A very emotional Kelly Smith, the mother of Joshlin, appeared alone in the dock, and her 2 co-accused did not appear on that day due to administrative errors. However, the 3 accused, her mother, Kelly Smith, her boyfriend, Jacqueline Apollos, and their friend, Stephen van Rijn, are all currently in custody awaiting trial, as we do know that it will be held possibly in March. And they are facing charges of human trafficking, including kidnapping. And the community behind us distraught following the fact that it is, or rather we are marking 12 months or a year since she had disappeared. But going back to the court cases or the court appearances that we saw last year, Iman, that initially 4 people were arrested, and police withdrew or dropped charges against Phumza Sigaka, was a 4th accused, and ultimately later on arresting Laurentia Lombard, who is also a friend of the 3 that remain in detention, or in custody rather. Later on in the year, charges against her were withdrawn by the NPA, indicating that she has now turned state witness. But I would say one of the last appearances at the Vredenburg Magistrate Court, it was revealed to the public as to the plan to sell Joshlin, that it all stemmed from August of 2023, and ultimately the day before she disappeared, on the 18th of February in 2024, her mother and the little girl Joshlin in this community of Middelpos met with a woman in a white vehicle. We then understand that the following day Joshlin disappeared. We were told in court, or we heard rather in court, that that morning or the day before, the mother, Kelly Smith, had packed a bag for Joshlin. But just this morning, Iman, just before we were supposed to speak, we had an opportunity to speak to the cousin of Kelly Smith, Ralph, and he was saying that he was here that morning of the 18th of February, saying that he arrived in the morning to pick up a hammer from Jacqueline Apollos, who's accused 1 in this matter. And she had said that he remembers Joshlin being inside the house, and he says it was as if it was yesterday, because she was dressed in a pink gown at the time, and he questioned why she was not at school. However, he didn't probe further. However, later that evening, hearing that news, he's saying that he's still distraught a year later, and all he's asking for now, those that are currently in custody, is that they tell the truth, and so that law enforcement officers will be able to locate the missing girl.